Hi. Alright, this video is basically about what happened to me today. Normally, I do not get on any kind of social media um, to say what happened, but this time I think I should because it's wrong. Me, I'm a peaceful person. I mean, you can look at just the videos I record, anything I have on social media. I don't curse, I don't do anything, I don't get loud with people, you know. So, I don't understand what happened today. Okay. My sister and my little cousin, I dropped them off about 3 o'clock at the movie theaters. And when I dropped them off, I mean, I don't understand. I dropped them off at 3. That's the time they got there. It took us about, I don't know, 30 minutes, I guess, to get there, 30, 45 minutes to get there. So I dropped them off at 3. So I got home and I just was watching TV, checking my email, those kind of things. And then I left back out the house around, I think, 5:45. I'm on my way there and my sister calls me. She had called me like at 5. I have it on my phone. She had called me like at 5:30 asking me where am I at. The people were getting crazy. So I told her, okay, I'm on my way. Well, between whatever, I didn't leave out the house till 5:45. Within a couple minutes of her um, calling me, she called me again. And by then I was talking to my mom on the phone and she was like, I'm getting kicked out the movie theaters. I'm like, why? It's free movie. It was a free movie tickets. So, she got kicked out. They called the police on her and these other people. Now, mind you, the movie didn't start till 7:30, so she wanted to get there early so she could be in the front of the line. My sister tells me she was the ninth person in line. I mean, she got there at 3 o'clock. The movie didn't start till 7:30. So she would have been there like 4.5 hours just standing in line. So when I finally get to the movie theater, I park and then I see her. She briefly tells me what's going on. And then I go in and talk to the manager. Now, she did point out the person who she talked to as I was walking by, but I was like, I'm going to do this the professional way. I'm not going to stop him out in the parking lot. I'm going to go into the movie theater, talk to someone at customer service to see what was going on, and talk to the manager. So I get the manager who's there, who's very helpful, very helpful, and then the other rep that was there, she was helpful too. So both of the people with the movie theater, Regal, you have a good manager, and the customer service person I helped, they were the people that was in guest services, they were also helpful. So when the person who came over the movies, the person over the movies, I don't know if he was Spanish or Mexican, I'm not sure, it doesn't matter. It was still a guy, and he came and he was over the movies, and I was asking him what happened. He was very rude and abrupt, but I still kept my calm and I was still asking, because I wanted to know what happened. What reason did you have to kick them out? You kicked them out, threatened them to call the police for her to go to jail, and she had an 11-year-old with her. I'm like, serious? She doesn't have a car. I'm the car. I'm the one who has the car. So she wouldn't jeopardize herself going in jail and leaving him up there by himself. But I, kept my calm. I didn't say anything out of pocket. I was like, sir, I just want to know what happened. My sister told me she got kicked out, and I want to know what happened. So the only thing, he walked off and said, oh, well, she can't come in the movies and blah, blah, blah. So I went to talk to the manager that was on with the theaters. I talked to him, and he said, okay, well, let me go talk to him. So he goes to talk to him. I'm still waiting right there, as everybody else come, I move out the side. And he says he's going to see what he has to do. Your sister can't come back into the movie theater, but you and your little cousin can. I said, okay, well, I go out there and I talk to my sister, and I'm like, well, what happened? So she's telling me or whatever. And then before I walk back in, I asked the police officer. I said, my sister, he's like the one in the blood. I said, yeah, she's right there. And I asked my sister, I told him what happened. And he said, well, she can't come back to the movies. I mean, I said, well, if he says she can she come back? He said, no, she can't come back to to this movie theater ever. I'm like, wait, she got kicked out. What you mean she can't come back to this movie theater ever? The next thing I know, he's like, well, the person who's over it, the manager, he said he can't come back. I said, well, that's not the manager. I just talked to the manager. And he was like, well, the person over security. I said, no, he's not the person over security either. He's just the person over the event. So now it went from the policeman said that the person over the whole movie theater said she can never come back to the movie theaters. I'm like, does Regal really do that? Somebody who comes into an event let them have the authority to kick them out from the movie theaters forever? So then when I went back, I told the manager what the policeman said. He said she can't ever come back. He said, but we didn't say that. I said, well, maybe your security said there's your security here. He said, no, they're not here either. So I'm trying to understand, how can he do that? How can he, the person that's over the event, kick somebody out from the movie theaters? He doesn't have the movie theater stamped on his forehead. He doesn't own the movie theaters. He doesn't even work for the movie theaters. So how can he ban someone from ever coming back to these movie theaters? So then the next thing I know, he walks up. The manager I'm talking to says he has to walk away. He has to get some 3D glasses. The person walks up, and then the next thing I know, he's like, you're still talking about it? He wasn't even here. How can you be talking about it? And I was going to try to get you in, to get you and your cousin in. You know what? You over there going, you need to, then, okay, then after he said all that, then he says, well, I'll have them come and get you too, and you won't be able to come back up in here. Even after I was trying to help you out. Hold up. What did I do? I'm just trying to understand. I have witnesses of the movie theater, and I'm sure, being a movie theater, they have cameras. Can't hear, but you should be able to see my body language to show that I wasn't doing anything. After this man left, I was in tears. I was crying because he had upset me so much, threatening me, one, to kick me out of the movie theater, and two, to call the police on me also. And for what? And the only thing I said after that, as he was walking away, sir, I was just trying to ask a question. That's all I was trying to do. So I'm in tears, crying after he raised his voice to me. I mean, I'm not your girlfriend. I'm not your mother. I'm not your children. I'm not even related to you, and I don't even know you. What right do you have to humiliate me, to then threaten me to call the police on me like I did something? That's like totally unacceptable. I mean, I know this is a free event, but I could pay just like anybody else to go to the movies. I never even did anything with this company, so I'm like, oh, free tickets. Who wouldn't want to go to the movies for free tickets? Yes, there are people who are being rowdy, and more than welcome do that. But my sister said there was another lady who said nothing. I'm not sure if you're in the YouTube world or here in Chicago, but someone that was in a pink shirt also got kicked out of the line, and she said absolutely nothing to them. She's according to my sister, she did not even open her voice. But because of where she was, they did not move back, because he was allowing people to get in front of people And I'm like, there has to be some kind of cameras rolling on these events in the movie theater to capture when things go down. And I just want to be I'm not even at this point. When I went up there to talk to him, it was about my sister. And I didn't want to disappoint my little cousin. He wanted to see the movie. I'm like, who wouldn't want to see the movie before everybody else does? But what did I do? I'm standing there, peaceable, Christian like, because I'm a Christian, and I'm standing there, and you threatened me. What did I do? And that really is the purpose of this video, because I'm going to try. For me, I'm going to contact as many people as I can, and maybe this is a rant. I'm not sure. It is in a way, but it's also to talk about the injustices done to people who are innocent. Me. I mean, I didn't commit a crime or anything, but the way I was treated, and there were people sitting on the bench. There were people walking up to customer service. There were people getting their tickets validated at customer service. I was humiliated. Humiliated. Embarrassed. Whatever you want to call it. That's what happened to me. And that is the purpose of this video. So I have already unsubscribed because I got the tickets from gofobo.com. I have already unsubscribed to them. And to tell you the truth, I'm not sure how they go about doing this. I know they do get in contact with people, and this could truly be a good company. But my experience from somebody who you are affiliated with, who is representing a representative, in the end, it still goes back to the company. If this is who you have going to the movie theaters to represent your company, to represent your establishment of letting people come in to see the movies, then you might want to rethink how you go about hiring people to run the events. Because the person who was over the event, for me particular, he was very rude, had almost a domineering attitude, like I was to be subservient. I'm not sure if it's because of my color or because of my woman, but he had the attitude that what I say is what I say. You have no right to ask a question. And unlike my sister, I was not there. I cannot speak to how she was acting or what she was saying. I can only go by what she said and what my cousin said. And that's all I can go by. Everyone, even the police, you're coming after the fact. You weren't there when it happened. So when someone who's over an event asks you to tell someone they have to go, that's what you do. So the police, they're just doing their job this time. They're just doing their job. Understood. But when you misrepresent your position, which is what he did, because I physically talked to all these different people so that I can have an understanding of what was going on. He misrepresented himself to the police. To the police. And I find out you're just over an event. So you're almost like a visitor into the movies. But you call the police because you called them first. They're going to show up. And they're going to go by what you say, not what the person said, but by what you say. That's how that works. But when me, an innocent bystander, just ask you a question and you do the same thing to me that my sister said you did, I'm more than willing to believe her. Because unlike her, you did it. The how you act and all that little rant and stuff, he did it while I was being peaceable and had no reason to threaten me in front of my witnesses. So I'm going to end this. Didn't mean for it to be that long. I'm sorry. But I'm just kind of hurt. But I am really going to try to find out who I need to contact so that the person in question, if he did it to me, I'm pretty sure he did it to other people too. So he needs to be stopped, reprimanded, or whatever, so that he'll have a better understanding of customer service. Okay, guys, talk to you later. Bye.